So I'm making this video to kind of give you guys some updates and tell you guys what I've been doing and what's been going on and stuff like that. So first, some updates. I am going to be making some changes to my channel because I had a lot of thinking, and it made me think about how some people may view me, and I'm very different from how I am on my channel in person. I'm very quiet, reserved. I do have a mouth on me, you know, but yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more how I am in person. And my reason for that is because I kind of reevaluated my channel. I watch my own videos, right? And sometimes I kind of got mad at myself on some of my videos, and it makes me wonder how other people may perceive me by coming across my videos. And there are some days where I act very different, and there are some days where I'm quieter and more reserved, and that is because you guys view me sometimes when I'm manic, and I need to be a little bit more careful about that, because I just came to the conclusion that I can't do anything about me being bipolar. I can't do anything about it. Only thing I could do is try to adjust myself, and that's what I'm trying to do. Ever since I started writing my book, I've opened myself a lot more than before. So being that I kind of opened up my brain a little bit more and picked out these things and these thoughts that I want you guys to know about me, and it made me kind of look at myself in a different light. So there are going to be some changes to my channel. I'm going to try to get out of the house more so I can vlog. That has become a little bit difficult for me, and I'm going to tell you why in a few minutes. But yeah, so let me just tell you why it's been more difficult for me to get out of the house. I was at the doctor, and my doctor told me that she believes that I'm agoraphobic. And I already knew this before she mentioned it. I already knew. But she told me she believes I may be agoraphobic, and she says that, you know, she wants me to try to get out more and, you know, do stuff like that. And I'm just like, let me tell y'all what happened to me last week that kind of had me, not even last week, a few days ago, okay, and last week. I have been in the house. I don't leave the house, you guys. I will go to work, come home, take my daughter to school. She started school, by the way, and come home. I don't even like going shopping anymore. I don't do my laundry anymore. I will wash in the house and send Patrick to dry my clothes, because our dryer, we don't have a dryer. But so I will send Patrick to do things for me, like if I need personal items, I write him a list and I tell him, you know, this is what I need. He will go and get it for me. And that's how I've been living for the last month. that Patrick was here. He was here helping me because I've been in a lot of pain, and that's part of the reason why I don't leave the house too. But yeah, so my rheumatologist, I have like 5 or 6 doctors, y'all. So my rheumatologist, she revealed to me, because when I tell my doctors that I don't go outside, sometimes I don't think they believe me, but my blood test came back and I had literally no vitamin D in my blood. You're supposed to have at least 30 milliliters to 100 milliliters of vitamin D in your blood. You get vitamin D from the sun. I had 7 milliliters of vitamin D in my blood. That's literally none. And you know, she gave me the pills to take the vitamin D and everything like that. And she's like, you really don't go outside? I said, I go outside to go to work and I come back home, because whenever I go outside, something happens, or somebody makes me nervous, or something, you know, something crazy, and I just be like, fuck this, I'm staying in the house. So let me tell y'all what happened to me one day when I was coming home from work. Okay, I was in my car, I had my windows down and I'm driving, and this guy tries to get me to stop. Hey, what? Hey, can you pull over? I'm like, let me get your number. That's what he yelled when I was driving. And I'm just like, no, nigga, no. So I went home, and do you believe this fool followed me home? I'm not even lying to y'all. I'm not lying. I swear. He followed me home, y'all. Followed me home. And he parked outside my house. And I was just like, what the So I went back in the house, locked the door, and I just sat out there like, is he really, really outside my house right now? You don't know me. You don't know what I got. Okay? You don't know if I have any weapons. You know, but you just gonna sit outside my house like that? And and I said, fuck this. I'm not going outside no more. That was one thing, okay? I said, I'm not going outside no more. Fuck it, okay? Few days after that, all right? Few days after that, which was like a few days ago, okay? A few days ago, my mom told me to walk the dogs. I don't walk the dogs anymore because I don't go outside. If I need to let the dogs out, I just let them go outside. I don't walk them. Like, my mom walks them because I don't go outside. So this day my mom told me to walk the dogs, so I said fine, whatever. It was in the morning, so I didn't think that many people would be out in my area in the morning. So I'm walking the dogs and they're doing their business, and I'm over by this intersection by my house. There's a highway here, then there's the intersection. I was on the intersection walking with my dogs, and these 2 men in this pickup truck pulled up. They had their window down and they were like, hi, how you doing? I'm like, hi. And then they slowed down in the car and stared at me to the point where I felt so completely uncomfortable. I almost tripped over my dogs because I power walked back home because they made me that uncomfortable, driving so slow, and then both of them just looking at me like, I'm food, and they haven't eaten, and it made me so. And I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck did I come out? Why did I come outside? Why did I come outside? So it's like that was it for me. I went back in the house, sat in my room, rocked a little bit, because that's what I do whenever something bad happens. Okay, well, not something bad, but when my anxiety gets up really high. I was just like, really? They really just stared at me like that? Like, my mind started going off into these whole different things. I started thinking, what would they could have done to me? What could have happened if I was by myself and there wasn't nobody on the street? I started thinking a million miles a minute, and it freaked me out. It freaked me the hell out, because I'm just like, why every time I go outside, something. Now, see, so I've been in the house, y'all. I haven't even geocached, and that was my way of getting out of the house. But I've been so uncomfortable going outside lately, and it's been raining. But when it's like when I go outside, and then when I went to pick my daughter up, I didn't want nobody asking me questions about my hair, right? My hair is an attention starter, a conversation starter. And sometimes when people see my hair, they want to ask questions, how long I've had them, and all this other foolishness. I just wanted to pick my baby up. Just wanted to pick my baby up from school. I didn't want to talk to nobody or anything like that. So I had my hair covered, had on all black, and I had a sweater on with a hoodie. My hoodie was up. This guy comes, he picking up his child, and he goes, "Wow, you're so beautiful." I'm like, "Thank you." And then "You have a name?" I'm like, "Just leave me alone. The fuck? Like, do it look like I want to be bothered?" Like, I said thank you and kept walking. But then he walking up, "You have a name?" No, I don't got no name. My mama was a hippie. I don't have a name. So that's what I say every time somebody asks me my name, and I don't want to tell them. But people are like, "Well, I'm just trying to get to," I'm like, I'm not. No, thank you. That's what I said. No, thank you. And then I'm thinking, why you have to fucking bother me? This is what I'm thinking in my mind. Why are you bothering me? Why are you talking to me? Can't you tell in my face I don't want to be bothered? My tone, like, I get scared of people now, because it's so much bad shit that go on in the world. I get so scared. And it's like scared. Yes, anxiety is a bitch. I constantly worry about what somebody is going to do to me, because this is yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been dealing with the past month, y'all. So yeah. Another thing, I have been way into podcasts right now, and I am like way into podcasts right now. So podcasts I've been listening to like heavily is like, here it is right here. And the app I use is Podcast Addict. But some of my favorite podcasts are Earbud Theater, which is over here. Where is it? The Truth, this one right here. We're Live, and the No Sleep podcast. Those are like my favorite ones. And I've been way into them, okay? Way into them. And it's because they take me into they give me a different way of thinking. Like, sci-fi stuff and, you know, stuff like that. They're interesting, and I highly suggest you guys check them out. I will leave links to them below. Earbud Theater is my favorite. The Truth. What else? Pasta Time Podcast. I don't really like their voices. You have to have that voice to do podcasts, you know what I mean? They don't really have good voices for it, you know. But I like creepypastas, so I like to listen to them sometimes, but not really. They also have the Lion Cat Lion Cat podcast, and I love Saga. You guys might not know. I don't know. Do you know that? Well, you know now. Saga, the comic by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I love Saga. Okay, so I listen to the podcast sometime about Saga. American Horror Story is one of my favorite shows, so I listen to their podcast sometime. True Murder, which is, I believe, a selection of shocking killers. Like, I'm gonna read it to you. The most shocking killers in true crime. Yeah, so they just have stories about serial killers. Carla Homolka and Paul Bernardo. Who else? That's just one I saw. Anthony Sowell. Lance Herndon. Wait, I don't know who that is. I never heard of him. But me, I told you guys I like to research serial killers, and that is because I like to see why they commit their crimes. I kind of like to pick the brain of a serial killer. That sounds very weird, but I want to know why people commit crimes, you know, like why somebody would murder someone and stuff like that. So I listen to a lot of stories like that on YouTube and on podcasts. So that's nice. I'm not wearing a case right now because the case has been getting on my nerves with this phone, but anything goes. Wait. Anything goes. Astonishing. What is this? Astonishing something. I don't know. This one is new. Astonishing Legends. It's supposed to be about urban legends and stuff like that, but it's new. I haven't listened to it yet, but yeah. Hold up, let me move this. Then there's Audio Smut, Bloody Good Horror, which is I think I've listened to like a couple of these. No, not yet. This is new. These are about like horror movies and stuff. I'm a horror junkie. Okay, so that's mostly like what I have on here, because I like horror movies and I like to laugh at old horror movies. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Robert Englund, that's my dude. Yeah, that's my dude. But I love horror stories and stuff like that, so I like to, I don't know, like just listen to what other people talk about with horror stories and stuff. So yeah. And I saw The Gallows. That movie is so stupid, but it's nothing how I thought it was. But anyway, yeah, I've been way into podcasts, so yeah, those are the podcasts that I like. I had reached out to B-Busta and Lazy Masquerade, and I'm hoping and praying that they decide to do a podcast. Oh my God. They are just gonna take over the podcast world, because I love listening to their stories. Them and Madame Macabre, oh my God, they just gonna take it over. They gonna take it over. So they should really get into those. But yeah, Anyway, that's pretty much it, what I've been doing, y'all. You know, I've been writing my book and trying to live without anxiety, which is proven to be difficult, but you know, I'm doing it. But anyway, that's it, you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.